This story is maybe my favorite of the day. Here we go. This is a local news report from KRON4 in the Bay Area. And they are going to summarize some of what you can read about this story because there was a press release sent out about a charge imposed or charges being brought against the San Jose Police Officers Association head, the executive director of the San Jose Police Officers Association, Joanne Segovia, so head of a cop union, who has been, for years at this point, smuggling fentanyl into the United States and selling it. Here we go.
First, the director of the San Jose Police Officers Association facing drug charges tonight, accused of trafficking fentanyl to the Bay Area. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Ken Wayne.
I'm Pam Moore. Court documents claim that the union director was buying and selling fentanyl right under the nose of the Police Officers Association.
KRON 4's Ella Sogomoni tracking this developing story. She joins us now live from our newsroom. Ella.
Ken and Pam, the defendant has worked with the San Jose POA since 2003, and she allegedly started to buy and sell illegal drugs about 5 to 8 years ago, some linked to a death in Alabama. An investigation by Homeland Security into internationally produced drug shipments led agents to Joanne Segovia, who is the executive director of the San Jose Police Officers Association. Court documents claim she was dealing drugs and receiving shipments to both her home and office address, some that were seized and opened. The criminal complaint also alleges Segovia used personal and office computers to order thousands of illegal pills from countries like India and China in packages labeled wedding party favors and gift makeup, and that she allegedly used a Cash App account in her name linked to her work email for payments.
Jesus.
Segovia is now facing charges for importing and exporting opioids like fentanyl. Ladaris Cordell is a retired Superior Court judge and a former independent auditor of the police department in San Jose. She had this to say in response to the allegations.
It raises a lot of questions, and the issue is
Certainly.
Why didn't they know? And if they have anyone who is in charge of looking at the finances, checking the records and the books, it would seem that someone would have noticed that this was happening. So that's the concern here. So I think that the Police Officers Association has a lot of explaining to do.
San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan said in a statement, this is an incredibly disturbing allegation.
All right, we can wrap it here and pull up this thread that Jonah Owen Lamb put together kind of with some of the details on it, who's a reporter for the San Francisco Standard. Here's some more details on this, frankly, just ridiculous story. This is the press release. If you could just scroll down here. Yeah, the subsequent tweets. In a number of interviews with Homeland Security, Joanne Segovia lied, saying she had only ordered supplements, then fingered her house cleaner. So she blamed her housekeeper on this.
Oh, that's whoops.
Naturally. What's crazier is that Customs and Border Patrol seized one of her shipments and sent a notice to her address in 2020, according to the federal complaint. Customs and Border Patrol, 2020. I wonder when that was. It's just interesting. I mean, like, Trump's still in office at that point. And even wilder, she signed a return shipping label with the San Jose Police Union's address. That was a part of it. In one exchange with her supplier, she apologizes for not making a shipment. I'm so sorry. I'm on a business trip because we had 2 officers that got shot. I should be home tomorrow night, and I'll get them shipped as soon as I can. She had shipments coming from all around the world, too. China, India, Hungary, Poland, and the Netherlands. This is also a part of the dirty little secret about fentanyl. It's not coming over the border in the way that the Republicans say it is. It's coming through ports of entry. In one iPhone email exchange with a supplier, her signature line read, Executive Director of the San Jose Police Officers Association. So she was signing her emails about selling fentanyl with her San Jose Police Officers Association title, and just like the brazenness is amazing.
A few people in YouTube chat are saying, are like referencing Walter White, but this literally is like him like rushing out of like chemistry class or like the dry cleaner to be like, hey, 1 second, I'm at work. like, where is the shipment now?
If Walter White was an idiot who was signing
Walter White, Las Cruces High School or whatever.
And if he was doing it for no purpose except his own greed at the outset. Anyway,
I feel like we're sort of burying the lead here. I mean, I feel like we're looking at a real life Ellie from The Last of Us. We need to be extracting this lady's blood and creating some sort of vaccine. Folks, we've discovered the first cop to be able to interact with fentanyl
and not pass out.
And not
passing out and seizure and drop down to the floor and start shaking profusely. This is amazing. This is incredible, folks.
How is she handling it? How is she handling it at scale and not immediately overdosing?
How is she not dead from nonstop seizures? I mean, they should know just how much fentanyl she's been using based on the paper trail of all the times she's ostensibly been taken to the hospital. Quite frankly, I mean, this lady is a first for police. Amazing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that, you know, ultimately that first woman who was criticizing the police officers who didn't know was being too critical, because I could imagine her walking into the office just like covered in fentanyl dust and like every other cop just passing out to the floor and not waking up until she has left the room. Like, you know, like
weapon of mass overdose.
Like the entire force collapses, like just a one by one while she walks in.
Yeah, like they just like black out until she's in her office, and they just like wake up and they go, "Oh, okay, Segovia must be in today," and they don't put the two together, obviously.
Yeah, that's like, wasn't that one? That was a power that one of the villains in that show Heroes had, right? Where you're able to like, "Whoa, I'm dazed and confused. I don't know what happened."
The Men in Black memory zap.
Oh yeah. She's got that.
Actually,
she's got that juice.
Now that you mention it, Brandon, I think we may have just accidentally solved Havana syndrome.
Honestly, there we go. But like, okay, so just to Binder's point, these cops that are overdosing from touching fentanyl, some of these cops are just taking fentanyl, and there's definitely drug rings within these organized crime units disguised as police units, and it's just like they have a badge and they act with total impunity and feel like they're above the law because, in her instance, she was leaving paper trails everywhere.
Yeah, that's what's interesting to me.
And no one went after her.
Not to sound too conspiratorial, but like, how is she possibly the only one involved when she's signing her emails with her
no
role
chance
and using her return address as the union's headquarters for some of these packages? Like, it's like it strains credulity to think that she's doing this by herself, this irresponsibly, with no one else noticing until now.
Right.
I think this is, you know, the classic way that conspiracies are occluded, for lack of a better word, in our society. We have so many people in government in positions of power who are willing to cop, like, no, I'm just really stupid. I'm so stupid and so incurious that you can get basically anything by me, but I shouldn't be removed from power. Yeah. I shouldn't be removed from my position of authority because that's not this. No. I don't worry about that. Or you're forced to make the accusation, you know, perhaps sans evidence that there's a larger conspiracy or corruption or malfeasance going on. Or they could just all be selling drugs independently of each other. That's another option that could be going on. So, you know, it's a real don't ask, don't tell situation in the San Jose Police Officers Bureau, where it's like, well, we're all getting mysterious packages delivered here. We don't want anyone looking too close into anything.
Look, I mean, honestly, if the right wants to get serious about cracking down on fentanyl, which they say they care so deeply about as they mock Hunter Biden for having a drug addiction publicly every day in the midst of hearings.
Trump wants to go into Mexico with the military
and bomb Mexico. Yeah. Hey, how about we look into, I don't know, some of our police unions? Because like, look, I none of this stuff is verifiable, and it's just, you know, TikToks and things like that. Like that account Chuds of TikTok, which is meant to counteract Libs of TikTok, was posting videos that a citizen, I think in Kansas City, took of a police unit that came to his house, and one of the cops was clearly high, like clearly slurring his words, leaning up against a wall. And this is just a bunch of like trickles of information about cops using on the job, the fentanyl crisis being a bit more widespread than we know, and then they're claiming that it's like a line of duty hazard because they touched it, when like maybe you're just like doing some drugs on the side, and there are drug rings within these police units, maybe that are leading to these kinds of situations, and they're just trying to cover it up. Maybe. Anyway, so that story's hilarious. Also, the fact that she looks like a caricature of the ultimate Karen, being the woman who is distributing,
pushing product. She looks like a PTA mom. Like,
I mean, she's definitely in another life. She'd be at the school board meeting saying, "Get the CRT out of my kids' schools.
No affordable housing downtown."
And instead, she's just pushing deadly drugs that are killing people throughout the country.
To be fair, we don't know that she's not also doing that.
She's also a PTA mom.
She's moonlighting as that. Good point. So we can't rule that out.